Welcome to your Health Facts podcast. Tonight we're going to dive deep into those frustrating 2 a.m. wake-up calls. You know those nights when you're sound asleep and all of a sudden you're wide awake staring at the ceiling? We're going to explore the potential causes of this and some surprising connections to things you might not expect,
Yeah.
so you can reclaim your sleep. Let's start by talking about the circadian rhythm, your body's natural sleep-wake cycle. It's basically like an internal clock that orchestrates hormonal fluctuations throughout the day and night.
Right.
One of the key players here is cortisol, which is often called the stress hormone, and it plays a crucial role in regulating your energy levels and alertness.
Mm-hmm.
Ideally, cortisol levels should be at their lowest around 2 a.m. and then gradually rise to their peak in the morning to help you feel awake and ready to face the day. However, for many people, this balance gets disrupted, and cortisol levels become elevated at night, leading to that wide-awake feeling in the wee hours.
Yeah, one surprising culprit behind this cortisol disruption could be magnesium deficiency.
Wow.
Yeah, magnesium actually plays a really critical role in regulating cortisol production. When your body doesn't have enough magnesium, it can lead to elevated cortisol levels, particularly during the night. And this is because magnesium is essential for the proper functioning of the HPA axis, which governs your body's stress response and cortisol production. So when magnesium levels are low, the HPA axis can become overactive and lead to a surge in cortisol even when you should be winding down for sleep.
I see.
Think about it. Have you been experiencing any muscle tightness or cramps or even like that annoying eye twitch lately?
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, those could actually be signs that your body is craving magnesium.
Oh,
Incorporating magnesium-rich foods into your diet or taking a high-quality magnesium supplement, particularly magnesium glycinate taken in the evening, can help restore balance to your cortisol levels and promote relaxation for a more restful night's sleep.
so it's not just about avoiding stress, it's also about making sure you have enough magnesium to regulate your body's response to stress.
Exactly.
Now let's talk about the impact of diet on sleep, specifically when it comes to blood sugar.
Okay.
What you eat throughout the day, especially in terms of carbs and sugar, can have a really big impact on your sleep quality. Loading up on refined carbs and sugary treats can send your blood sugar levels on a roller coaster, leading to those spikes and crashes throughout the day.
Yeah.
And when those blood sugar levels plummet during the night, your body kind of freaks out, right?
Yeah.
It perceives this as a crisis and releases a surge of cortisol to try to bring that blood sugar back up to a stable level.
Right.
And this often results in you being jolted awake in the middle of the night. It's like your body hitting that panic button
Exactly.
when it senses that your blood sugar is too low,
Uh-huh.
and it disrupts your sleep in the process.
Yeah. So think about what you ate the day before a 2 a.m. wake up. Was it a lot of refined starches or sugary treats? Or maybe you had a restaurant meal that had hidden MSG in it, which can also really mess with your blood sugar. And late night snacks, obviously, those are a big one. And alcohol, too, can contribute to this blood sugar roller coaster that ultimately disrupts your sleep.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And speaking of cravings, have you ever noticed how you crave salty snacks more at night?
Yeah, actually.
Well, that could actually be your body signaling a sodium deficiency.
Really? I thought we were supposed to be avoiding sodium.
Well, too much sodium is definitely not good for you, but you actually need a certain amount of sodium for your body to function properly. And sodium plays a role in regulating cortisol levels.
Huh?
Adequate sodium intake can actually help lower cortisol, so make sure you're getting enough salt throughout the day, and that can actually help with those 2 a.m. wake-ups.
Interesting. Now, here's something I was reading about that I thought was really fascinating. Apparently, your liver plays a role in all of this, too.
Oh, absolutely.
Between 1 and 3 a.m., your liver is working hard to detoxify your body. So it's processing and filtering out all the toxins and waste products from the day.
Yeah.
But if your liver is overloaded, maybe from drinking too much alcohol or taking certain medications, it can actually disrupt your sleep.
Right. It's like anything else. If you overwork it, it's not going to function as efficiently.
Exactly. And so supporting your liver with something like milk thistle before bed might help it do its job more effectively, and you might sleep better.
Absolutely. It's not just what you're putting into your body that matters, but it's also what you're exposing yourself to.
Oh, that's a good point.
Think about it. You're watching like an action-packed movie before bed, trying to unwind, but it could actually be doing the opposite.
Yeah, I can see that.
That kind of stimulation, especially right before bed, can trigger a surge of adrenaline, which is definitely not what you want when you're trying to sleep.
Right. You want to be calming down, not getting pumped up.
Exactly. And then there's blue light.
Oh, yeah. The
Yeah.
blue light from our phones and computers.
That's the one. It directly suppresses melatonin production.
And melatonin is the hormone that helps us fall asleep.
Exactly. So put away the phone, put away the tablet, step away from the computer at least an hour or two before bed, read a book, take a bath, do something relaxing that doesn't involve screens.
That's good advice. I know I'm definitely guilty of scrolling through my phone in bed.
Oh, we all are. It's so easy to get sucked in, but it's really important to make that separation between screen time and sleep time. And make sure you're getting enough sunlight during the day, too.
Right, because that helps regulate your circadian rhythm and boosts melatonin production naturally.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've talked about diet, we've talked about what we expose ourselves to. Let's not forget about the power of movement.
Absolutely. Exercise is so important for so many reasons, and sleep is definitely one of them.
Getting a good workout during the day can help you burn off excess energy, lower stress hormones, and basically set you up for a more restful night's sleep.
Right, because exercise helps regulate your body's natural sleep-wake cycle and promotes relaxation. But sometimes, even with all the best habits, those 2 a.m. wake-ups still happen.
Yeah, for sure.
So if you find yourself awake in the middle of the night, don't just lie there tossing and turning.
It just makes it worse.
Exactly. It just increases anxiety and makes it even harder to fall back asleep. So get out of bed and do something relaxing until you feel sleepy again. Read a book, listen to some calming music. Just avoid anything too stimulating.
Right, and having a peaceful and calming bedroom environment can make a big difference too.
Oh, absolutely. Make sure it's dark and quiet and cool. A good mattress and pillows can definitely make a difference as well. If your pulse rate is elevated at night, it could be a sign of potassium deficiency.
Interesting.
Potassium is super important for regulating heart function and muscle contractions.
Right?
And if you don't have enough, it can lead to an increased heart rate, especially at night.
And I imagine this is often tied to diet, right?
Absolutely. A lot of processed foods are low in potassium, while fruits and vegetables are packed with it.
So making sure you're eating a balanced diet with plenty of fresh produce can really make a difference.
Definitely. There are two main things that can cause a high pulse rate. Not enough potassium, which is often caused by a diet high in carbohydrates,
I see.
or an overly acidic pH balance in the body.
And how do we address those imbalances?
Well, it's really about making lifestyle changes, focusing on a healthy diet, managing stress, and getting enough sleep.
All of those things we've been talking about.
Exactly. It's all connected.
Now, you mentioned earlier that what we eat can affect our blood sugar levels, and that can impact our sleep.
Right.
Are there any specific foods that can help stabilize blood sugar throughout the night?
Yeah, actually drinking apple cider vinegar can be really helpful for that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The acetic acid in apple cider vinegar helps slow down the digestion of carbohydrates.
So it prevents those rapid spikes and crashes in blood sugar that can wake us up at night.
Precisely. Try having a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar diluted in water before bed.
Okay, that's easy enough.
It can really make a big difference in how soundly you sleep.
hmm
And it can also help your body absorb certain minerals better.
So it's good for overall health as well.
Exactly. Now, we've covered a lot of ground tonight, but one last tip I want to emphasize is if you find yourself lying in bed awake for a long time, don't just stay there. Get out of bed and do something relaxing, like reading a book.
Until you feel tired again.
Yeah, just nothing too stimulating, no screens.
Right.
And the next day, try going for a long walk.
Not for exercise necessarily, but to get some fresh air and sunshine?
Exactly. It'll help increase your oxygen intake and flush out any excess cortisol and adrenaline from those sleep disruptions.
Great advice. So it seems like the key takeaway here is that addressing those 2 a.m. wake-up calls really requires a holistic approach.
Absolutely. It's about paying attention to your diet, your lifestyle, and really listening to your body's signals.
Well, there you have it, a deep dive into the mystery of those frustrating 2 a.m. awakenings. We've explored some potential causes and some practical tips to help you reclaim your sleep. For more insights on improving your health and well-being, subscribe to yourhealthfacts.com.